Okay, so this was the customer feedback tracker we were using just as a practice thing from yesterday. I had just gone ahead and restored to the original color just to see how that functionality worked in Lovable. So if you remember, it was previously green, and then what I had done, yeah, that's where it was, and then I had hit restore to change it to blue. No, I don't want to restore that version because I just did that. So this is where we are now. And then I am going to add an animation component from 21st Dev just as a next building block on this. And so let's do that right now. Okay, so here we are in 21st Dev. There is a ton of stuff here. I'm in the components. I'm just gonna pick something just to try this out. Let's try this one. I'll probably use this on that feedback button. Let's open the component. Let's see what happens. Okay, nothing too crazy. And then I'll copy the prompt. You can choose the prompt type. I have lovable as the default here. Copy the prompt, but more on that later. Okay, so let's throw this in lovable, see what happens. Here's what it pasted in here. And okay, so puts a whole prompt in here. Interesting. And then let's see what happens when I run it. So just wanted to show this because I decided to just chat with Lovable by hitting the chat right there before actually implementing this just to make sure it would work. So I pasted the code there that we cut from 21st Dev, and then you can see Lovable is kind of saying I can see you want to add a magnetized button component. Let me first check the current state of the project and then create a plan. So I'm going to go through this plan before we actually hit go on this thing just to make sure that hopefully it'll work. Okay, so that actually worked. I kind of read through everything it said when we were chatting, and then I said, great, let's implement the plan and replace the add feedback button. I should have specified to keep the text the same, but that is easily fixable. I'll just do edit here, and I should be able to change that to feedback. Right. Let's change. Let's change the text back here to say feedback. All right, pretty cool. So I asked it to change back the text to say add feedback, which we originally had, and then also go back to the color to match because it was that violet color. But yeah, so let's go ahead and I don't know, let's do Google again. I have a lot of feedback. This is improved, I guess, and then hit that, and then the feedback is successfully saved. You can see it there. Okay, next thing I want to try that I saw is I'm gonna take a screenshot of this section, and then I'm gonna add some metrics. So let's see. On a text box. That should be interesting. I'm gonna say add metrics here. Let's make this bigger. Okay, so I have that add metric section here, and then let's pull that in here. Okay, so I've added the image, and I'm just gonna say make the following modifications, see image, and let's make sure that the metrics are connected to the feedback entries. Alright, let's see if it's able to add that. That'll be pretty cool if it does that. Okay, so I'll create a metric section to display statistic based on the feedback entries and add it between the title and feedback for a mile. Okay, so it got all that from the image, which is pretty cool. Hey, what do you know? There we go. I suppose I could have specified which metrics I wanted to see. So for example, I probably would want to have one of them be feedback type. So let's do that. Instead of this week, I actually want to see feedback type. So I want to see different metrics for bug reports or feature requests, that sort of thing. Can we make that adjustment? Okay. These are also not clickable, but it's a start. Obviously, we can go ahead and refine it, but just wanted to try out this functionality of using an image to make the request, and that worked pretty well. So it would just take some finessing to get it to where we wanted in terms of the specific components up here, but it works nice. Until the next one.